All right, welcome everybody. Let me tell you a little bit about my why. Thanks, Tammy. My why, I didn't have a why when I came to this business. I got in because the wrap worked. And I've been all natural for over 20 years, and I wanted the supplements. That's why I got it. Then, as I started sharing these products with people, my phone was ringing off the hook. I was wrapping 25 to 30 people a week, literally. And Lisa kind of started putting me on this pedestal, and I would have people calling me telling me that I changed their life with the products. And then I get calls saying that I changed their life because they heard my 114 call. And I'm like, really? We'll try this.
I think that might be better.
Okay. So anyhow, my 114 call is just my tip. And every time I get down in the dumps, I get another call saying I changed somebody's life with my call. And I was like, I'm just Jodi Buschur, I don't change lives. Because I didn't believe in myself, that I just was sharing the products with people. And then I started seeing my kids. I told you last night we make dream boards, family dream boards. And every time they would get to cross their dream off, I'd see how excited they got. And they were so excited to put the next picture on. And then, like I told you, now they are all about feeding the hungry, supporting our Christian radio station. Like, that's huge, and I'm teaching my kids how to dream. So my why will always be about my family, but now it's about all of you, that I get to help change your life. Whether it's with one tip that you take away from me today, I've helped somebody. So that's kind of where I'm going. I found out I was going to be training on my tips, which is good, and then they said I'm going to do a mock party, and I was going to try to incorporate them together, but I think what I'm going to do first is walk you through my tips, and then we're going to do a mock party, so you can see how I use my tips during my party, okay? We have a lot of new people in the room. How many people are scared about doing parties and being in front of people? Yeah. How many people are okay with doing parties, but you get frustrated because you walk away with maybe only one loyal or nobody signed? Yeah, that's frustrating, right? I've been an interior designer for 17 years, and I tell people, you don't have to know how to sell anything in this business, you just have to share, okay? But what I'm going to do is I just incorporate my sales techniques that I've always learned as an interior designer, I incorporate them into my parties. And if you're not in sales, you might not know some of the key, simple things, but they're key points to helping create relationships and get the sale, okay? So my goal here today is for everybody to walk away with at least one tip. Okay, getting your mind right. How many people know that if you had a bad day, and you focus on that bad day, negative things just keep happening to you? All right? I don't care what kind of day you've had, when it's time to go to that party, you have to clear your mind and get it right, okay? So here is what Jodi Buschur does on the way to a party. I get in my car, I flip the visor down, open the mirror. I say, hello, Miss Amazing. And I smile. You get to change lives today, okay? That's the first thing I do, right? You gotta believe in yourself. The next thing I do is I say a prayer, and I thank God for blessing me with this business because, right? My faith is very important to me, and I know that I'm here today because of him, because he wanted me to change lives with this business. So I say my prayer, and if you guys have never read The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, go out and buy it tomorrow. It will change your life. The Secret talks about being grateful. It talks about getting your mind right, being positive, okay? It changed my life. It took Lisa 1 year of telling me to read it until I finally read it, and you'll hear me talking about that throughout the day. So after my prayer, I say, I'm grateful for my family, I'm grateful for this business, I'm grateful I get to change lives. I'm also grateful that I'm going to have an amazing party, I'm grateful that I'm going to sign loyal customers today, and I'm grateful that I'm going to sign a distributor. So not only am I grateful for what I have now, but I'm grateful for what's going to happen at the end of this day, okay? The Secret also talks about visualizing. I visualize my success. I visualize these girls having amazing results. I visualize me walking away with a handful of loyal customer sheets that are filled out, and I visualize my hostess signing the distributor. Okay? I know that when you claim something and you can visualize visualize it and have faith that it's going to happen, it just puts that positivity in your life and you're claiming it, okay? It's about having faith. Then I crank up the music. Music is powerful, you guys. I love contemporary Christian music, so I have my favorite, Chris Tomlin's one of my favorites, so I always listen to music. I don't care what kind of music it is, get it on, whatever makes you happy. If it were my husband, he'd have AC/DC on, right? A little Cruise by Florida Georgia Line, anything that really gets your mood up, gets you elevated, and sing at the top of your lungs on the way to your party because it's going to get your mind where it needs to be. It's going to get you happy. So that's what I do on the way to my party. Okay. Let's see. Now I'm good. When I get to the party, I always go at least a half hour to 45 minutes early, and I get my 3 stations set up. We're going to have a sign-in station. Always have beginning rap cash and a lot of it so people can see how easy it is to make money. A sign-in sheet. What I do with my sign-in sheet is I get everybody's contact so you can have this to check on them for their 72-hour results as well as maybe a week or 2 later after they make sure they get their products. But the other thing I use this for is my taxes. I add up how many wraps I sold that day, and I keep this for my taxes for my income. Okay, so sign-in sheets are important. So you have your sign-in station, then you have your wrap station in the bathroom. I always use a bathroom because if they're putting on a facial, I want them to use my products and be able to wash their face and things like that. So try to use the bathroom if you can. And then your other station is going to be your presentation station. Let me tell you how I used to present. I used to walk in with a 6-foot table, 5 bags, a cooler for my greens. My table was 3 times this size. I had this beautiful tablecloth, and I stood behind it and I presented the most amazing presentation for It Works products. Guess what? I signed every single person as a customer, never signed one distributor ever because I made it look so hard. Nobody wanted to go through that whole circus of bringing stuff in to be a distributor. So I've learned to simplify. What I do is I go ahead and I get my hostess wrapped right away, and I always try to get her to do, sometimes I offer free facials as well as a free wrap to anybody who has at least 5 wrappers. You can do whatever you want. But I want my hostess standing at the sign-in station with her facial on, so when her guests come in, they're not afraid to put it on, because she's already got one on. I train my hostess. I train them to have the people sign in, as well as pay for their wrap, and then I have the hostess hand them their wrap. There's something in sales, when you're holding a product, you're owning it, okay? They've paid for it, why not let them get their hands on it? So my hostess helps them sign in, helps them pay, because you always want them to pay before they wrap, otherwise they'll leave while you're checking results. And then give them their wrap. It's also training that hostess to be a distributor, okay? Kind of letting them be part of the fun. Something I want everybody to know, do you know that within the first 30 seconds of meeting somebody, they form an opinion about you? What if you were having a bad day and you never got rid of the negativity before you came? Those people are going to pick up on that, right? You have to be excited and confident when people walk in that door. Eye contact is huge. Eye contact it speaks confidence itself. It helps people feel more comfortable when you have eye contact with them. So always greeting them with a smile. You have to be so excited to share these products because you're going to change somebody's life. That's pretty exciting, right? So be excited. What I do then is I bring people back to wrap them one at a time. Okay? The next step is called qualifying them. When you're qualifying somebody, you are finding out as much as you can about them to help meet their goals, their health goals. Okay? So when they come in, I'm always like, hey. I introduce myself, ask them if they're ready for amazing results, ask them if they have any questions. I make small talk before I wrap them, okay? Because some people, let's face it, they're terrified to show somebody their stomach. I mean, how many of you were like, I have to go to this party and show somebody my stomach? You know, some people are very insecure, and that's hard for them. So when they come in, I try to make small talk, get them comfortable with me or creating a relationship with them, okay? Don't be afraid to touch them. Once they're done, we're talking. I have them lift up their shirt. I touch their stomach. Do you want to focus more in the middle? Do you want to focus more on your love handles? What area do you want to focus on? It just helps them make them feel comfortable. I've had people say, "You're not wrapping me." And I'm like, you know what, I've wrapped hundreds of bellies, and I've had so many amazing results. I just really, want you to feel comfortable with me doing that. And most of the time, you can break down their walls. If they're not having eye contact with you, you can tell that they're nervous, okay? So I'm making constant conversation, no quiet moments, because that creates awkwardness. Constantly be talking to them while you're wrapping them. At this time is when I'm going to find out what their goals are, what their health goals are. If they have any questions, as they're talking to me, I'm thinking greens. They want more energy. We're going to keep wrapping them. Tightening and toning, right? They're telling me that they want to tighten and tone. I'm focusing on what they want because in my mind, I already know what I'm going to help them with at the end of the night. So I get them wrapped, and then I hand them their folder and tell them there's an order form in here. As I'm talking, I want you to mark things on the order form that sounds like something that you would be interested in or something that might help you. Sometimes I'll even mark on their order form some notes because then they know I'm already trying to help them meet their goals, okay? And then before I send them out of the room, I tell them, at the end of the party, I'm going to check your results and I'm going to help you fill out that order form. You just gave them permission to buy, and you just told them that you're going to help them meet their goals and that they will be placing an order at the end of the party. They don't know that, but that's what you're doing. Sales presentation's next, right? Okay. So once I have everybody wrapped, I sit down with them. Always sit down with them. Don't stand behind the table. Always sit down with them, get to their comfort level, do things more simple. Do not start your party like this. Lisa Fuller came to my first training. It was 3 months in because I was signing people like crazy. She came to my first training and I told them how I did a party. And she just stood there in awe. She's like, you've got to be kidding me. She goes, I just learned so much from you. She goes, do you know how I used to open every party? I'd say, okay, I know you all don't have money, so don't feel obligated to buy anything. They do not. That's how she started her parties. And she said, yeah, what? Nobody bought anything. Don't ever give them permission not to buy anything. Keep it simple. And then, like I said, you're just going to share. I thank the hostess for coming. And then I say, you guys know what's so cool? My hostess has the opportunity to turn today into her first party as a distributor. If anybody signs as customers, I'm going to put them right underneath her. She has the opportunity to get $120 in free product. She has the opportunity to have 4 boxes of wraps for $50. And already I'm putting in the hostess's mind that, holy cow, this could be my party, Yeah. I tell them I have the best job in the world because I do. I get to change lives every day. I'm excited. It's important that you let them know how easy this business is. And I tell them that. It's easy. All I got to do is share. The products sell themselves. Like I said, I keep it simple. I do the presentation. Now, I do my parties a little bit different maybe than you do. I go through each product. A lot of people don't. But what if there was somebody in that room who was in a lot of pain and I didn't talk about the relief? Or what if there's somebody in that party that has so much stress that they can't afford prescription meds, but yet I've talked to them about the confianza? So I do one-liners on all my products because I think it's really important. The wrap is our signature product, but the supplements change lives. So that's just how I do it. At the beginning of the party, I have everybody get their phones out, and I say, everybody go on Facebook and friend me. And then I tell them to post on their status trying that crazy wrap thing with Jodi Buschur and the hostess. They tag us in it. You know how many people that's getting to? Do you know how many people are seeing that post? And then I tell them at the end of the party, whoever has the most likes and comments, you're going to get a free gift. Yeah. So every one of them has gone out. Yeah. Every one of them has gone out on Facebook and announced it to the world that they're trying that crazy wrap thing. Because you know what's going to happen at the end of the party when they have all these comments and likes? I'm going to say, see how easy it is? All those people already want to wrap. You can be a distributor and you can be doing parties for all of them. Yeah, so, yeah, it's really good. What's that?
Can you repeat that again? Tell them to get their phones out and what?
Get your phones out. Tag me as the presenter. Just, you want to friend request me first so that we're all friends. And that's, making my friends list huge. Friend request me first, make sure that the hostess is your friend, and then trying that crazy wrap thing with Jodi Buschur and hostess Susie, whatever her name is. And whoever gets the most likes and comments by the end of the party will get a free gift.
What do you give them, Jodi?
Usually a couple days worth of greens or a free wrap, depending on what's going on, how many people were at the party, how many likes and comments they got. So here's something else I started implementing. Stephanie Dunn does this at her parties, and I think it's genius. We play a game. After they do the Facebook thing, I tell them how much fun the party's going to be. After that, we play a game, and I hand them all a sheet of the steps to success. And then I tell them throughout the party, as soon as you hear a product that you know somebody would benefit from, write their name where it says loyal customers. Then, if you think of anybody who you know their needs or want or their hate, they hate their job, they want to stay home with their kids, they want to go on vacation and can't afford it, maybe they need a new car. If you know somebody that could benefit from this business, I want you to put their names down at the bottom in those 3 spots. And we'll talk about the steps to success later and you'll understand this. So whoever has the sheet filled out by the end of the night is going to get a free gift. And what you can do is tell them you just completed the first 3 steps of being a distributor. You already have 4 customers in mind and 3 distributors in mind.
Can you do the steps to success thing, what you do in the beginning, giving a form to them? Can you repeat that to us?
What I just talked about?
Okay.
We play a game.
Play a game.
And I tell them that we are going to fill out this sheet. As I'm talking about products, if you hear a product that you know somebody would benefit from, put their name in the top 4. There's 4 spots. I want 4 different names of somebody who's going to benefit from my products. Okay? Then throughout the process, throughout the presentation, if you think of somebody who you know could do this business and would benefit hugely from it, I want their names in the bottom 3 spots. That's where the distributors go. So everybody, and I tell them, if it's filled out at the end of the night, you guys are going to get a free gift. So you can present that to them that they just became a distributor easily by having that filled out. I love that tip. So, and it's working.
Hey, Jodi.
It's working.
Do you still get to present them with the check?
I usually do that after they sign or at my first meeting with them, but I'll tell you about that.
Okay.
The secret also tells you, I talked about visualization, asking for something and knowing it's going to happen. I have a check on my refrigerator that says Triple Diamond March 31st, $20,000 a month. That's my next goal. It's in front of me every single day. So there's actually a check that's printed out with Mark Pentecost's signature on it. I blow it up, and I hand that to every single person who becomes a distributor because I want them to fill it out and hang it on their refrigerator because they're visualizing it, they're knowing it's going to happen someday. And
Is that in our e-suite?
I'm trying to think where I got that out. Oh, it was on those charting, it was on an old charting sheet. But I have it saved, so if anybody wants it, I'm sure I'll get a million emails. But you can do it with any check. You can print a blank check off of the internet and then just sign it. Because not only the status and the memo part and your name filled out, but knowing what you need to make a month or what you want to make a month, it's just about visualization. I've also handed out lottery tickets that says $1 million from It Works Global because we will be millionaires someday. And I want people to know that by signing with this company, they have just basically cashed in a winning lottery ticket because that's what I feel like this business is to us. We have the capability of being millionaires, and I will be. I know it. I know it. So visualization too is huge. Let me get back on. I'm going to go show you how I do the party pack. It's real important. Like I said, keep it simple, but keep them talking, keep them involved. Now, after I do the party pad, I tell them they have a choice of becoming a loyal customer or distributor. My folders, they have a distributor application in, a loyal customer application, because they're going to choose one or the other. I tell them, if I give them, sometimes I give them the product pamphlet ahead of time. Sometimes I wait till the end because I don't want them looking at it. I want them listening to me. So a lot of the times I give it to them at the end of the party. If I give it to them in their folders, I tell them, your product pamphlets are in there, but you don't need them till the end of the party because I'm going to tell you everything about these products. So I just want to make sure that they're listening to me. Okay. So at the end, we check the Facebook statuses, see who has the most. We check the steps to success sheet to see if everybody's got it filled out. I kind of explain to them why I did it now that they're potential distributors. And then I tell them, when you guys come back, I'm going to check your results. Make sure you bring your camera so we can take your 45-minute pictures, and bring your order form. So I'm going to help you fill out your order form so that we can get you on your way to getting healthier. So you just gave them permission a second time, and told them that they're going to be placing an order, right? I always make it about them because this is about them. This is about changing their life. So that's why I tell them, you know, we're going to help meet your health goals. And that's why I want you to bring the order form back. And that's what we do. I fill it out with them when we're back there. The other thing I want you guys to know is, if at all possible, do not say, you can go to my website and place your order. You just gave them permission to leave without placing an order, because most people are going to go home and they're not going to. Plus, what if that was your second customer that you needed to get somebody fast start qualified? What if that was a fourth customer? Maybe somebody's on their 30th day of getting their fourth customer. You could have helped them out with that customer. That's somebody that you're personally enrolled. So you never want to send somebody to, because what if you miss it? What if you don't get to check your e-suite that night and it's been 24 hours and you've missed out on being able to move that customer? And you guys will learn more about that. But I never send, plus I tell them it's my responsibility to get your page set up on our account. I want you to make sure it gets done right, so I'm going to set your account up for you when we place your order. It's just taking responsibility as a business owner and letting them know that you care about them and that you want it done right. Okay? It's an amazing business, and just like I said, you don't need to know all these tips, but it might help you. Just be more positive and have a successful party. So I think we'll go ahead and do our mock party now. You guys want to see kind of how I do my party?